I thought Milind, after the show with Barkha, spoke with candor. One got a clear idea of where he stood on a multitude of issues. One also got to understand the kind of frustrations a politician faces today between personal ideologies and what the collective ideology is. I thought he was pretty forthright about his views, which have sometimes preceded his party's views. And I got to think about the questions that were not asked. I know as I was coming to the show, I began to read up a little bit more about his work, and I thought that it's gratifying. And I don't vote Bombay South, by the way, so I'm not a voter here. But I think it's gratifying that you have him when he picked up the Campercola Residents Association issue. Now there are two views. One way, both are valid, one for and one against. But he chose one side, he stayed with it, and he didn't let those residents down. And I think that is really important when people are casting a vote, to say that here's a leader who will not let me down. That's the one thing that emerged when I was doing reading on him. Second thing that emerged today from the program was that he is very clear about certain ideological choices that he makes. Especially what was discussed was the going against the idea of giving a sort of a green light or a free pass to politicians who have convictions against, not that conviction, but convicted politicians. That's the second. And I think third is his entire initiative to look to make not just Mumbai, not just South Mumbai, but society in general gender sensitive, to look for gender parity. Personally, I'm working on that very hard, both in the city and outside. So I would like to talk to him more about that. But it's interesting that he finds that an issue to talk about. I have been reading tweets on a handle called Youth Speak, so I know that he's talking about it. I haven't heard anyone else talking about it till now in this particular election in Mumbai. That's what I'm talking about. And so I think that that is something that tells me, again, I can't vote for him, it tells me again that here's a leader who is in touch with what the concerns of the people are. Because this is a rural, urban, rich, poor, it's a nationwide concern. So these are three things. His new focus on gender equality, his convictions to stand against convicted politicians, and his stout and consistent support to the Campercola residents.